Hey there, I'm Lolly. Have you ever noticed that a lot of people have asymmetrical faces? A lot of that is due to gravitational forces over time. And I have something that can help um, make your face a little bit more symmetrical. It's called palette swipe. So, we over time, gravitational force will, due to the way that the planet spins and gravitational force, our palate, or the palate of our mouth is actually twisted to the right. Most people will have a right torqued palate of their mouth, and it actually causes their hips to slightly torque to the left. And over time, during walking, it actually creates more issues in the body. So we will do something really simple to correct it. Right foot over left. We're going to place the right hand on the left shoulder and the left hand on the right shoulder. And we're going to make sure that the spinal pelvic lock is engaged. It's the muscles that control urine when you're peeing. So just pull engage those muscles and pull them into the spine nice and tight. And we'll take our thumb. We're gonna move it from right to left, and we only do it right to left because of the torque patterns. You'll start at the molars and go all the way across. Some people may have a ridge or a bump in the top of their palate, and that will flatten out over time doing palate swipes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you may hear some cracking and have some adjustments, and afterward you may want to walk around to integrate it and just notice how you feel. Do your hips feel looser? We do figure eights because it engages both lobes of the brain. And we like to do walking to integrate the moves. It's just the way that the nervous system integrates things, new pattern movements into the system. So we'll do totally twisted, right foot crossing over, and right hand will be placed underneath the armpit. Place the left hand on top. I like to give myself a big hug, and we're going to turn the head to the left and the body to the right. In our first breath, we're going to stick our first 6 breaths, we're going to stick our tongue in our cheek. We're going to find a point of tension, anything that seems sensitive. Make sure the spinal pelvic lock is engaged, and we'll start breathing. 1, in through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can let the tongue relax. And now next breath is going to be 3 staged breaths, not exhaling afterward. It's like you're breathing through a straw. So in through the mouth, 2, 3, and hold and twist a little bit farther to the right, and like you're wringing out a rag, and release. And we'll do those again. In through the mouth, 2, and 3, and hold, and release. And just re-engage that spinal pelvic lock if you have released it. And now we're gonna do 6 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're looking over that right shoulder. Find one spot to look at. And in through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, and 6. We'll come to center. It's great to laugh at ourselves. It does relax the nervous system. So we're gonna turn our head to the right and our body to the left. And we'll stick our tongue in our right cheek and breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we have 3 different zones. The head, like from the neck up, the torso, and then the 3rd zone is the hips down to the feet. And the reason that we stick our tongue in our cheek there is because we are creating more tension in the 1st zone, so the other zones have to work harder, or I don't know, have more tension in them in other areas. So we'll do our stage breaths like we're breathing in through a straw. So in through the mouth, 2, 3, and hold, and twist a little bit farther to the left, and release. And in through the mouth, 2, and 3, and hold, and twist a little bit farther to the left, and exhale. And now we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and release slowly. You may notice yourself warming up. You might sweat. And let's walk around and integrate that in. We like to walk in between fascial maneuvers to integrate. We'll do it for 1 to 3 minutes. Although I'm not counting, so it may not be 1 minute. I'm not sure. All right, we'll do totally twisted on the left side. So we cross the left foot over the right and place the left hand underneath the armpit, right hand on the left shoulder, and we are going to look to the right and turn our body to the left, and stick your tongue in your right cheek. Make sure your spinal pelvic lock is engaged, and we'll breathe into the nose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, you can release your tongue, and we'll do our stage breaths in through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. Hold and turn farther to the left and release. And breathe in through the mouth. 2 and 3. And hold and turn farther to the left and release. All right. If you happen to lose your balance, you can widen your foot stance, and it should increase your stability. And we're going to stick our tongue, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Look over the right shoulder at a fixed point and breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so come back to center. We'll turn our head to the left and our body to the right. And we're going to stick our tongue in our left cheek. And inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, you can drop that tongue. When we breathe in through the nose, it activates the, we're breathing more into the upper regions of our lungs and our shoulders. And when we breathe in through the mouth, we're breathing more into the diaphragm and the belly and the lower body. So we're going to breathe in through the mouth like we're sipping through a straw. 2, 3. All right, hold and twist farther to the right and exhale. And we'll do those 3 stage breaths again. 2 and 3 and hold and exhale. And if you notice you have your head to the side, make sure that your head is straight and your shoulders are down and relaxed. And we're going to find a spot over our left shoulder that we can focus on, and we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So 1, 2, engage that spinal pelvic lock. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And come back to center, release, and integrate by walking around. Let's walk the opposite direction that we were doing our figure 8s in before. See if your brain likes both sides equally, or if if you feel uncomfortable going, more uncomfortable going one direction than the other, just notice it. We're really starting to try to become in tune with what's going on with our bodies. So, anti-gravity is one of my favorite things to do. I'll just do a quick example of what we're going to be doing. So you interlock your fingers. You want to pull the fascia up on the back of your neck, as tight to the ridge of your skull as possible, placing your hand right there at the ridge. I like to grab the fascia with my fingers and pull it up, but you can touch your thumbs together. So elbows up towards the sky, we're looking up, and we're going to do 3 breaths in through the mouth here, and 3 in through the nose, and then you will bring your chin to your chest and your elbows in, and we'll inhale, and just with the head, turn your head to the right on the inhale, and exhale to center, and then we'll go to the left on an inhale and exhale to the center. We do that 3 times on each side, and then we'll come down to a skier squat, and we'll do inhale to the right, and then exhale, and then inhale to the left and exhale to the center. We'll do it 3 times there too. And then if you can, come to a full squat with your elbows tucked in between your knees and your chin to your chest, and we'll do 6 breaths, 3 in through the mouth and 3 in through the nose, and then you'll come up butt first. I like to hang here for a little bit, and then you'll come up vertebrae by vertebrae until your elbows are pointed up at the sky. So if you cannot get down into a full squat, you will just put your chin to your chest, elbows in, and you'll just put a little bit of a bend in your knee as much as possible. If you and scoop. You just want to do whatever feels safe and good to you, because we are trying to be relaxed and not stress ourselves out about anything at all. So let's interlock the fingers and pull the fascia up to the base of the skull, looking up, elbows pointed up, and we'll breathe in through the nose, 2, spinal pelvic lock engaged, and 3, and breathe in through the mouth, 2, 3. All right, chin to chest. And if you happen to lose your grip, just grab the fascia and pull it forward. And we're going to breathe in through the mouth and look to the right with just our head. And back to center. Exhale. And to the left. And exhale. So we'll breathe in through the mouth, to the right, and then exhale, center, and inhale to the left, and center, exhale, and to the right, and to the left. Okay, so I always re-grip the fascia on the back of my neck and pull it towards my skull. And we're gonna get into a skier squat. And to the right. And exhale. And we want to do this slow. I may be doing it too fast, but to the left. Exhale. To the right. Exhale. And to the left. Exhale. And to the right. Exhale. And to the left. All right, so if you can, come into a full squat. Tuck your elbows between your knees, pull in that spinal pelvic lock, and we'll breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, and through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. And come up bum first. All right. And come up vertebrae by vertebrae until you are looking up at the sky. You may feel lightheaded here, so just hang out for a second. And I like to pull the fascia forward towards the clavicle here. It just feels really good. And you may be sweating. You might feel lightheaded. It's not uncommon for you to have strong emotions come up. You might feel nauseous. I actually got a cramp in my ear. Like, I've never had a cramp there ever, but doing anti-gravity one day, yes, like in the deep depths of my eardrum, I had a cramp in the middle of it. It was not fun, but I just kept breathing and it passed. So we're gonna do swinger. Swinger's one of my favorites as well. Feels really good on the kidney area. So swinger, we will do a hinge forward with our fingertips at our knees, pulling our spinal pelvic lock, nice and erect, straight back, and we'll place our right hand on our left shoulder, and then grab the elbow and pull the fascia all the way towards the elbow. Keep a grip on this. That's very important. It creates tension. We've got a lock here. So we are going to look to the right and pull our arm to the left. And we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, and 3. All right. That one was making me very hot this morning. All right, so we'll do the other side. Swinger, at the beginning, you will want to do both sides, but over time, you may only want to do one side or the other. It will be based on habitual movement patterns. So we'll bend the knees and touch our fingertips to our knees, keeping our back erect. And let's see, right hand on the left Nope, that's wrong. Left hand on the right shoulder, and we're gonna grab the fascia on the left arm and pull it towards the elbow, and look to the left and pull our arm to the right, and make sure the spinal pelvic lock is engaged, and breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. And come back up, and you can walk around to integrate that. Now, if you're on a time crunch, you can do, after all of your maneuvers, you can do a 30-minute walk outside to integrate. It's best to do it outside because our nervous system and our eyes need to look off into the distance while walking in order to reset itself, basically. So, let's see. Pull over. So with pull over, this one throws me off. You're going to, okay. All right, so we're going to take our right hand and place it on the outside of our shoulder blade here in the meaty part. And you're going to want to pull it over like you're trying to, because you're trying to create as much space in between like your pelvis and your shoulder blade. So you'll take your left arm and grab the rib cage there at the base. I like to just go ahead and grab a big chunk of flesh, and we're pulling, giving ourselves a squeeze there, and we're going to squat just a little bit. Make sure the spinal pelvic lock is engaged. You're going to look over your left shoulder, and you're going to raise that shoulder up a little bit, and then we're going to pull that shoulder to the right knee, still looking over that left shoulder. So, and you can actually come all the way down to the knee if you can. Just try to scoop as much as possible. So we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, breathe in through the mouth. 2, 3. And in this position, we're actually forcing air into our left lung and expanding the fascia on that side. So, compacting the right side and forcing all of the air into the left side to open it up. And now we can walk around and just breathe and see how, if your left lung feels like it gets more air. It may feel a lot lighter and more open and airy. So we'll take the left hand and place it on the right shoulder and grab a big piece of flesh on the left side with our right hand and pull both together. We're going to squat a little bit. Look over our right shoulder, raise that shoulder up, and now we're going to scoop the right shoulder towards the left knee, and you can play around with your hips and stick that right hip, or put the right hip out as far as possible, scooping towards the left. All right, so spinal pelvic lock engaged, and we're going to breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. I'm feeling really relaxed now. Really nice. A little bit wobbly. All right, pretzel squat. You'll place your feet side by side. We'll do the right side first. So you tee the right foot to the left foot and step out. And I like to place my right hand on my butt cheek, and then you're going to try to turn your, keep this one planted and try to make space in between this by turning away from your left hip towards your right foot. You're going to put your left arm out in front of you and bend forward to look over at towards your toes, and then you'll put the left hand on the right shoulder, and you're going to move your right hand up your back, palm out, and we're going to squat. And I don't get very deep. That's okay. Some people can get really deep, but I'm not there yet. And we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Make sure your spinal pelvic lock is engaged. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And 3. And now in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right, we're going to swap hands, and we're going to look towards the other shoulder, breathing in the same fashion we were before. So in through the nose, 2, 3, in through the mouth, 2, 3. All right, and come up. And in the beginning, my legs burned really bad. So you may be like me. You may be able to get way down there. Wherever you're at is where you're supposed to be. So I'm actually going to go for a walk after this, so I'm going to start cutting out the integration. Feet side by side, left foot teed, and then we're going to step out to the left. So left hand on the left butt cheek and right hand extended out in front, turning those hips as far towards the left foot as you can, and we're going to look at that right foot. Spinal pelvic lock engaged. We're going to put our right hand on our left shoulder and our left hand behind us with our palm out. If you have the flexibility, you can try to grab, we're going to squat. You can try to grab that hip, but I don't have that flexibility. So we're going to breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3, and we're going to swap and look the opposite way. In through the nose. 2, 3, in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. So, twisty wristy. Twisty wristy. Now this one may hurt a lot at the beginning. A lot of people don't. This fascia is very tight, so you're going to place your right hand or right arm out in front of you. You're going to take your left hand and pull your fingers back as much as possible. And this may hurt a lot, but it will stop hurting over time. So we're going to bend our elbow in towards our body, and then you'll bring your hand up like this. We'll squat just a little bit. You're going to turn your fingers out to the right. You're going to look to the left. Which one? Okay. We'll look to the right and we'll turn our body to the left. And then we'll breathe. So, oh, and also you want to bring your shoulder up on the right hand side. And we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. Another way to do, you can release that and shake it off. Another way to do that, we'll do the left side. So, arm out in front of you. We're going to use the right hand to pull the left fingers back as far as we can. And actually bring it up over your head. And you can try moving your head around in circles here. Spinal pelvic lock engaged. Try the opposite way too. All right, so now we'll bring it down. And bring the left shoulder up. And we'll turn our fingers out to the left. We'll look to the right and turn our torso we'll bend our knees and then turn our torso to the left. And we will breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, in through the mouth. 2, 3. All right. I haven't taught that one before, so I'm still working on that one. The wrist release. So when we're working with fascia, you can pin and lock a joint like we did in Twisty Wristy, or you can work with the layers of fascia. So you're going to twist it around the bone. So when we do that, we'll start with the right hand side. Put our arm out in front of us, and you're going to twist the fascia on the wrist as far out as you can, and then you're going to turn your hand the opposite direction towards the inside. And also you want to pull like you're pulling it through a sock, or pulling a sock on or something. So and we'll breathe in through the nose, and just you're gonna want to get in as many positions as possible. We'll do 6 breaths. Turning blue. Shake it off, and we'll do the wrist release on the other side, on the left side. So place your left hand out in front of you, put your right hand on your wrist, and turn your fascia out as much as possible, and turn your left hand in against it, and we're going to pull the shoulder up like we're trying to pull something through a sock. And now we're just going to breathe and move. So turn your head the opposite. Okay, in this case, I'm going to take my hand to the left as far back as possible, and I'm turning my head to the right. So counter rotation is always good. And just move around. See what feels good. All right, let's do the elbow twerk. So this is pinning a joint. So we're gonna put it right on the end of our hand right on the end of the right elbow. You're gonna put you can either put your fist on your shoulder, like up against the shoulder, or you can grab the clavicle and pull up and hold on that way. We're gonna torque our fascia to the outside, but you can play around with this and see which creates more tension, and we'll go with whatever creates more tension. it feels really good to go to the outside for me. So you'll lift your elbow up over your head, and I'm going to look to the right and lean to the left because I want as much space between my hips and my rib cage. And I actually want to take my right foot behind me because I like to get the stretch in the front hip. So we're going to breathe in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. You can move around in this and try to find a spot that holds the most tension. And we'll breathe in through the mouth. Oh, I just got a crack. So that's good. And release. And I'm sweating. Feels so good. Anyway, it's good to still get so good of a release. It really works. So we're going to take the left hand and place it at the clavicle and pull up, and place our right hand on our left elbow and find what feels good to you, but I'm turking it to the outside. And we're bringing that up over our head. Make sure you keep the tension on that elbow because that is where the magic is created. We're going to lean to the right and look to the left. And I'm going to go ahead and step that left foot behind me because I like that front release in the hips. And we'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2, 3, and in through the mouth. 2, 3, and you can really bend forward towards your knee if you have good balance. If you don't have good balance, you don't have to do any kind of bending other than do whatever's comfortable for you. Overhead, I kind of jumped the gun on. Combine the elbow torque with the overhead elbow torque, which I'm sure is fine. And I've already done the arm pull, so let's see. 48 minutes, that was a long one. Anyway, I hope you have a great day.